Good morning, everybody. I am at Chinquapin Trail and in Wentworth, North Carolina. This is one of the local trails that I love to come to. It's easy to get to. It's a nice trail. It's a little bit challenging because it's got a pretty big incline down at the bottom. I'm very glad to have this in our county, Rockingham County. So I thought this would be the perfect start to this series, which is the benefits of walking and getting out on these beautiful trails. It's what they're here for. And this one gets quite a bit of activity. You can see the cars, and it's usually like this throughout the week. When I come by here taking my son to school, there's usually and that's about 7:15 in the morning, 7:20, and it's a lot of cars, a lot of walkers already. But come out and check this trail out. It's beautiful. It's got two ponds. One of them has some old koi fish, and it's right here. The Chinquapin house is up on the hill there. It's privately owned now, and behind me is local artist Teresa Phillips. Made this. She does a lot of mosaics, and these are little gems that you can find when you come to these trails. But you got to come out and hunt around and look for these things, meet new people, put a few miles in. If you can't make the whole trail the first time, that's okay. Walk out. If you start to feel winded or tired or anything at all, you turn around and come back. And then the next week or the next day, you come out here and try again. And you'd be surprised how quickly your stamina would build up, and you can make the whole lap. And it's just you take it a little bit at a time, and that's the goal, is to do a little bit more each time and work up to it. It gets your lungs going, cleans your lungs out, lung hygiene. It gets your heart rate up, and you can burn calories. Blood sugar levels will level out as you do this. And we recommend about 150 minutes a week of good exercise, whatever you can do. 5 days at 30 minutes a day. That's not asking for much, and that can make a huge difference in your life. And you'll just feel better about yourself. You'll lose weight, you'll build up muscles, and you'll increase your metabolism. You'll breathe better, you'll sleep better, and when you feel anxiety, this is a perfect activity to do, is get out and walk. Take yourself away from these digital devices. Detach from social media is always a good thing. So this is going to be the first on this series of walking, the benefits of walking. And as I've said earlier, I'm going to showcase Rockingham County and all the surrounding county, even into Virginia. I've had some feedback. Some of my Facebook friends have commented on their favorite places to go. So they're all over. Greensboro, Reedsville has a couple. Hopefully Reedsville's going to add some more, and we'll just go from there. So I wanted to show you Ferris Park. Me and my son came down here, rode the bikes. I even had rode my girlfriend's bike, because I don't have a trail bike, I have a road bike. But I did okay, and now I think it's time to get a mountain bike, because I'm liking these trails, and I never did before. I was a road cyclist, but as far as walking goes, they've got some good trails, gravel, or you can take the off-road. I'm planning on coming back and running on the bike trail. It looked really good. I think it's like 2 or 3 miles. So Ferris Park is an excellent place to come and walk. So get out here, check it out. They've got a ball field, they got a lake, they've got picnic area, places to grill. So lots of good things for family. So come out here and have some fun. That's the trail routes, and that you can read backwards, but it's super good. Have fun. Hello. So I'm at another one of my favorite trails. I'm at RCC campus, one of the best campuses in North Carolina for community college. Got the science building right here. So this is the parking lot that you can park at to access the trail, which is just right there, easy to get to. This is a loop trail. I think it's about 3 miles. I'll confirm that, but another great trail. A lot of people don't know about this one, so definitely give this one a try.
Hi Jason, this is Teresa Phillips, and I am from the Wentworth area in Rockingham County, and I'm out today at a beautiful lake hunt in Reedsville. And you asked if I'm an avid trail walker for this area, and I say I am. I don't know if I've been on all the trails in our area, but I've probably been on most of them. And I try to get out a couple of times a week. As far as a favorite trail goes, there are definitely some trails I'm on more often than others. Chinquapin Trail has long been a favorite. It's close to my home. It's easy for me to get to. But our trails in Rockingham County are so diverse. We have some that are pretty challenging. They have some steep hills. Some of them have narrow areas. Some maybe have roots and ruts that might be a little uneven surface, but others are just very smooth. Some even with a solid surface that you could walk along. You could use a walker on it or a stroller. But I just found that all of our trails have something to offer, and I really appreciate them. As far as any improvements on the trails or anything that I'd like to see done differently, I can't really think of anything right now, simply because I think that all of our municipalities have really embraced our natural resources and what they have to offer around them. And they're always working on the trails. They're adding new trails. I know the newest one that I can think of is at Reedsville City Lake. There's been an expansion on their trail. So I'm just really proud of our community and how they have worked hard to give us access to these beautiful areas, and I'm just really grateful for it. As far as how the restrictions have affected me personally, I feel really lucky that I live on a piece of land that has some acreage to it, so I can still get outside and walk. I have a creek I can walk down to, play with my dogs and do that sort of thing. But I've also really continued to go to the trails in Rockingham County. Most of them have still been open, even if they have some of their facilities there closed, restrooms and that sort of thing. The trails are usually, it's easy to be, have a lot of distance between you and other people. You can walk along. I usually stick a bandana on so I can do this. If I want to stop and chat with someone, or if someone maybe is a little close by, if I'm concerned about that, or if they're concerned about me, I like putting that up to help them relax a little bit. But I found it really hasn't been that much of a problem. For me, primarily, just missing my group yoga class has been kind of hard for me. I really enjoy that class a lot, so that's why you see me out here at the lake today. I brought my yoga mat along because it's just a beautiful day and it's quiet. Actually, there's no one else out here, so I can do a few stretches and just have a little quiet time. Well, when you ask me what I would say to someone to help them get started on a walking program, really the hardest thing is just to start. You don't have to have any special equipment. If you wear the shoes you wear at the grocery store or out to your mailbox, that's the great thing about walking. It's pretty much anyone can do that. And you can set really low goals. You know, if you just at first want to literally walk to your mailbox and back and practice doing that, that's perfectly fine, and then you can add to it. While we have gorgeous trails all around, you don't even have to have a trail. If you have a neighborhood that is comfortable and safe to walk in, you can start with that. Or find a buddy to go with you and head out to some of the trails. You don't even have to complete an entire loop on a trail. You could walk out as far as you're comfortable and then simply turn around and walk right back. Then maybe every day you could add a little bit more to that. The main thing is, I don't think you'll regret it. If you just start, I think you'll feel better, feel healthier, stronger. You might be surprised at how quickly your stamina improves. It's definitely good for your emotional health and your mental health, especially right now if you're feeling a little closed in and restricted. It's a great time to get out and enjoy nature and breathe in some fresh air and just have a little peace of mind. So the main thing is just get started.
My son and I are at JC Park in Greensboro, and they've got really good bike trails, running trails, and for the brave kids and adults, they have on the side of a hill, they have this course for mountain bikes, and even my hybrid bike was able to come down it somewhat safe.